Good morning, everybody. Anyway, I'm back in the saddle. A little late today. Probably going to be a little late all week. Back in the studio. So let me get situated there so I'm comfortable. Oh, still. I thought I had this thing set up. No, apparently not. Okay. Anyway, so Elizabeth Warren this week mentioned that she wants to criminalize anyone disseminating bad disinformation, disseminating disinformation about voting. She wants to criminalize that. And so, the question I have is, doesn't the political machine just run on disinformation? I mean, they can't all be truthful, all be true. So my question is, who would we trust with that awesome position of Ministry of Truth? And if you're not familiar with the Ministry of Truth, then I got my pencil stuck to my tape here. Got tape attack. Anyway, it's one of those things in the morning. Who would we trust? Who would we trust with the awesome power to say what is true and what is not true? Yeah, that it's one of those things that we've been warned about. And if you don't understand what I mean by Ministry of Truth, it's from 1984, and the observations made there about the Ministry of Truth. Ministry of Truth brought that guy in, tortured him until he had the right thinking. Right? I guess no, it wasn't the ministry. That was the Ministry of Love. The Ministry of Truth was where he worked. Right? And he wrote articles, and he describes an option there for him to. It comes down the pipe. He's like, okay, well, that's not true anymore. So he actually made up a soldier, made a hero of him, and then we don't ever find out whether or not it was published, but we do know that it was false information, and we get the idea that everything was false. And I'm at the point where I can't trust any of the media. So it's not so. I mean, and people deciding that people are saying things that hurts their feelings, and so they want those people to be criminalized, and it's. I mean, that's kind of stuff's happening over in England. People misgendering somebody, probably on purpose, probably being a little hateful. But are we really that much of children that we need? We need the government to settle our differences like that? I mean, there's some things that the government should settle on our differences. That's why they have courts. I'm gonna make that a little smaller. I mean, that's why we have courts. And that's also something that reason we have the First Amendment, so that we can say what we want to say and make ourselves look bad by being mean. But if the government, they criminalize disinformation, I mean, I think that would land all the politicians and all of the media and all of the programmers over at Google, as well as a whole bunch of stuff. That has some big implications there, right? I mean, who says what the truth is? We have to have evidence. And it's a little too big. So I'm really concerned about that. Well, I see somebody's on. Hello. Please comment and let me say hi to you. Because I don't know who you are unless you comment. But there's lots of these ideas going round and round about, wanting to control people's speech and wanting to stomp on all sorts of inalienable rights defined by our Constitution. And that's some scary stuff. Because who do we trust with those powers to police that? And it's kind of like all this. Let me give you something. I was not happy with the Patriot Act. Not happy one little bit. And I can remember discussions of, well, we might be able to trust a current administration, but will we trust any other administration? Somebody else that comes down the pike? And it looks to me like they kind of abuse that. I mean, there's letters from the FISA court demanding more information. There's all sorts of stuff going on there. I'm sure that's going to be an ongoing drama outside of what the impeachment's all about. But that's also involved in the impeachment, you see. Politicizing the awesome powers that the government has because you're in charge. Is that what we're headed for? That concerns me. There's always an ability to misuse information, misuse the powers that are granted to the government. And I think we need to walk it back. We need to walk all this stuff back a little. Because it's scaring the heck out of me. Ministry of Truth, eh? Yeah, there's a whole lot of people that are going to end up being in trouble if disinformation, which is just vague, it's a vague term, not well defined. We got to quit doing these things that are not well defined. They need to be clear. Because you might find yourself in the gulag. Oh, that was the wrong thing to do there. You know what I did? I did all that on the same layer. That's interesting. I have to go ahead and go back and let's go back and see how far back I can go. Did that all on the same layer. That's terrible. I was thinking too much about all of the things that could just go wrong. Oh, that's it. No, oh, that's still going. There we go. Now we're just gonna start all over again. Like I was saying earlier, I'm in the studio because we still don't have heat here, but we're hoping that's going to be fixed up soon. All right, so let's just get started again. Well, I can't do it on the eraser. noticed if I would have just brought this opacity down. There we go. So those are things that I worry about, and these are the things I worry about just in general. I mean, my children, my grandchildren are going to have to live with all these decisions we're all making. That worries me a lot. It's kind of interesting seeing Biden talk about his own death while he was in office and who he should choose as a vice president. That was interesting. Never seen that before. Presidential candidate considering his own death before he left office. That's a whole... Guess that's something that they all have to think about. Who would have to replace them? But is that something you put out there on the campaign trail? I don't know. That's interesting. We certainly live in interesting times. Ministry of Truth. There seems to be an awful lot of that mindset going on. That somehow the government needs to fix what people say. That somehow our freedom of speech is overreaching. That's something that the United States uniquely has. And then we have Hong Kong out there wanting to have their freedoms. And really, honestly, our Constitution is something that we should be spreading or encouraging other countries to adopt. Understanding those basic freedoms. But that's not popular these days. And I just have a hard time wrapping my head around why I wouldn't want everybody to have those basic freedoms. The other thing is, how do those people get so smart? That's because they lived under tyranny. They were like, this is what I want. This would make my life better. I'm talking about founding fathers. They had lived through tyranny and overtaxation and being underrepresented and being a secondary citizen to Britain. And they were like, yeah, King George, no more. They weren't going to put up with that anymore. Do we really want to find ourselves in a situation where those are all gone? I don't. That's kind of scary stuff. I like the way that turned out there. It kind of bows in there. There we go. So, yep. Just drawing in the morning. A lot of times this gives me an opportunity. Oh, the other thing. It's just crazy. Here's a little fun fact for you. Somehow, because of the name of corona, the coronavirus, people have been associating the Corona beer with the virus. And that's just crazy. And so people, the search for Corona beer virus has jumped worldwide on Google. You can Google search, 8,000%. Think about that for a second. Just let that sink in. My big question is the Corona beer virus. If you drink Corona, does that give you Lyme disease? Ha ha. I mean, they're seriously looking that up. That the association with the Mexican beer, and I'm not sure what that's going to be doing to Corona's the Corona sales. Oh, that's going to be bad. I think they're not going to be pleased. People making that, and I've seen people making jokes about Corona beer, and I mean, there's one thing about it being a joke, and another thing about thinking that that's actually because you're making that association where it comes from. So it looks like I got a couple people on. Say hi, because I don't know who you are unless you comment. As I say hi, good morning. Oh, 2 people jumped off because I asked them to get on comment. Yeah. I just think that that's funny. It's just not surprising to me at all, because there is an axiom of life that has been proven to me, especially over the last 3 years, over and over again. And that axiom is human capacity for jackassery is unlimited. I've even got a painting about that. And I really think that over the last decade or so, since social media, I think that axiom has never been more proven than it is today, and it is the last few years. And that Corona beer virus search is actually, the thing is, it's difficult to know whether people are looking it up to find Corona beer virus jokes, or if they're looking for Corona, actually. And then, okay, so this goes back to my Ministry of Truth. Okay, so if we've got a bunch of people searching for the Corona beer virus, okay, from people's, curiosity or whatever, is Google the right authority for that? I suppose something like that, it wouldn't matter too much. But I guess I want to know whether or not you think that the Google should be an authority, because it's clear that when you do searches, that they give you suggestions for the keywords that you're doing, and those are definitely manipulated. There's no question about that. I just gave myself a warlock brow there. Yeah. I think we need to keep an eye on all these tech companies for many, many, many reasons. Because they're basically considering themselves Ministry of Truth, because they have said that they were going to, anything that was false, they were going to lower in the search engines or make it not available. So so are they an authority if they are making those arbitrary? Because there's an awful lot of things out there that have been proven true that was once a joke. And if the last 3 years hasn't convinced you of that, then you're not paying attention. Yeah. Yeah. Especially when they decide that the media corporations are the trusted sources. So there's something fishy going on there. Because they're not proving themselves very trustworthy. And that's just not bunk. That is from observation. Actually, I don't want all those eyelashes in there yet. So I'm going to put color in there. Right. I really like this iPad. Really like it a lot. Good morning. I see that you're on. Give me a comment. Tell me what you think. Who would you trust with the Ministry of Truth? Yep, so keeping my mouth shut there. Selfie. Yeah. Yeah. So over the last few years, social media's trusted sources have not proven themselves very trustworthy, as far as I'm concerned. Look at this here. Bring it this way. Boy, this picture, I got my hair all going all sorts of different directions. Maybe put that in and then work my way around. Let's see. Okay. If I don't get those closed in, I won't be able to. Short hair right there. And then a little bit of this. That's a little tough. Oh, oh. There you go. Ministry of Truth. This would be a lot more fun if somebody would comment. But maybe it's one of those things they don't want to think about. And I'm telling you, you need to think about them. You need to decide how much power you want to give people outside of your own. Okay, there we go. Outside of yourself. Nope. Nope. This way. Nope. It was drawn in somehow. There we go. Phew, one loose hair out there. There we go. Let's see. It's coming along. I don't want to put something like that. And then my hoodie, you can see that this was a series of pictures I took that day. Siri just thought I should come on since I said series and not. Got to be careful what you say. These, right there it is proved that it's my iPad's listening to me. Otherwise, it would not be able to turn that on command. So somewhere there's a record of everything I've been saying, other than on Facebook. So apparently I don't care, right? Yeah, I don't care because I think that we should have the right to say anything we want to. Think that we have a right to make a jackass out of ourselves. So please. I've had lots of people hurt my feelings with the words that they say. I was bullied in grade school, and all it did was make me a stronger person. And so, yeah, just because my feelings get hurt doesn't mean I think law enforcement needs to be involved. There we go. Well, it's getting started. So what I want to do is go ahead and duplicate that. Let's see. Let's start off with some yellow. I guess we just need to go back. Do it here. Well, we got to do it on both of them. So we're going to go ahead and delete that. Okay. Go back to my black, mixed black, and fix this up so the hair can be separate. Hopefully that'll work now. And we're going to do, oh! All right, there we go. Now I'm going to duplicate that. There we go. There we go. Hand's a little darker. This is my hand over here. We'll go to the lighter yellow, right here. Yeah, get started with the base. And some blue in there. So You're welcome to say hi. I'll just stick it over here too. That's cool. Wow. That looks really there. Let's get this. This is gonna look funky. Bring it up past it. Yeah, you can see the eyeballs looks creepy. Oh, too much fun. What happens if I do this? Whoop! Went too far. So what I did is I've got some places that aren't touching. Right there. Let's see. There's that one too. There's that one. And that one. Okay, let's see now. There it goes. Filled in my hairs. My hairs. Oh, see? I should just fill in right there. Oh, I know why it won't do that, because there we go. Yeah, and then the white. Back to the white. Now it looks like I got little ears on top of my head. Okay, I'll fix that. Okay. That's funny. I'll be able to fix that later, I suppose. And yeah, little Bart Simpson-y. Yeah. Here we go. Come on. Get in there. Let's see. Go ahead and get that darker color in there. Well, I tell you, this just makes life really easy. Oh, we got this and this. So we'll put a little bit of white in there. White in there, and then I'm actually going to make that purple instead of the black. There. Here's a fast little drawing from the day for today. I think I'm missing some stuff on my nose because my nose just looks like a pig nose. So let's just do this. Do it up here. I get the right stuff there. And then what I want to do is I want to turn this one off, this one back on. Okay, so let's get this. I got kind of a round nose. Let's see what that looks like. Oops, no bigger. Yeah, just that much of an indication. Don't need to overdo it, right? Simple. Keep it simple, stupid. And I'm not sure that I like the hands being darker, so let's see what happens. Actually, yeah, I can just, it'll be fast, so. There we go. Let's see. Well, I do think they need to be, I can make them white. Oh, that's too much. Let's see. Making just a little lighter, kind of a lemon yellow. Add it. There we go. Oops. Now, let's take that off. Move that on. Take that off. There we go. Background color. All right, so now that I'm on the top layer, put my eyelashes in. Oh, this is the eraser. Undo that. Let's see. Okay. I'm actually gonna, it's white. Okay. Get that in. Then let's just get some eyelashes in there. Yeah, eyelashes could be about as expressive as you want to make them. They're as expressive as the hair could be. Yeah. And they kind of go in, like, they're not all going in the same direction, even though that's the way people will put them. That's the wrong direction. Let's erase those. Oops, got carried away. Come on. Let me erase you. I want to leave that one that's kind of goofy curly there. No. No, yeah. Working too far away. There we go. I'm wondering whether or not those reds are too much. They kind of glow, don't they? Just a little bit. Well, I'm kind of running out of time. I might have to fix this up here. This is just weird here. Okay. Oh. The eraser. Oh, because of the background. That's why it's doing that. Okay. Let's do the top one. Maybe if I get rid of this, now I know what I'm working on. Okay. Just paint. Yeah. And this one too. I'll get rid of the whole ear looking thing. I've got cowlicks, but I don't have ears there and there. Okay, so then when we go up here, I can erase that. There we go. Now I can erase it. Yeah, I get it. I don't know if everybody else does, but it just seems like you've got to watch what you say, and it's more than just being courteous. You know, I saw a woman had just absolutely beautiful hair, and I just didn't want to say anything to her because I was afraid that somehow she'd get offended. Can't even be comfortable complimenting people anymore. Okay. So there you are. Well, there's the beginning of that. I don't know how much further I'll go. Just goofy. Just goofiness. Maybe paint over the top of that a little bit. Kind of like that. The line drawing stands up pretty well for itself. Kind of like that. Awesome. Okay, so that's it. I didn't have anybody chatting with me today. Kind of here by myself. But that's okay. If you get on here later, go ahead and feel free to chat. So, otherwise, have a great day. And enjoy your freedoms while we have it.